Hello, I'm Jamie.
Hello, I'm Mark, and it's time for another episode of Through the Garden Gate. Good evening, everybody. It's that time again, and we're back after a week's hiatus because Jamie was on holiday. How dare he go on holiday? Let's see if he's about and get him in. Evening, Kate. Evening, Joe.
Cold.
Who's this fella?
It's cold. I'm freezing.
It's not cold.
I'm
Warmer
cold.
than what it was at the weekend.
I just put another jacket on. I'm used to it. It's 32 degrees most of the week.
Well, to be fair, it was nearly that in the UK.
Yeah, whatever. Only for a day.
It was at least 3 days in a row.
Yeah.
Definitely was. Where are you?
Yep.
On your plot.
Yeah. Hey, Georgie.
Hi. I was just
You all right?
getting the dog's toy.
Oh, well done. My dogs are out here somewhere. There's Bramble.
They are.
There's one. There's horses. Oh, there's loads of things going around. Kate said we were spoiled last week, so it does feel cold. Yes, it feels blooming freezing. What have you been up to, George?
What are you up to?
Oh, so I've been making a plan to with my dad.
Yeah.
We did it at the weekend.
What, out of a pallet?
Yeah.
How did I know?
George, you're on camera, you don't need to drag it in.
There.
Look at that.
It's a viral
Very nice.
planter.
I need to make one of these planters.
You just need to char it or paint it now. George wants to spray paint it purple.
Yeah, it's nice. Very nice. What are you going to put in there?
You're going to do your chaos bed in there.
Yeah.
So George is going to plant.
There.
He's going to take a selection of seeds out of my seed box, mix them all up together, and then chuck them in.
Right.
See what happens.
See what happens. Brilliant.
And then you're going to do a flower one where you've got your bulbs in your wheelbarrow at the moment. So you'll have a flower chaos and a vegetable chaos.
But it might be the best way of growing, and we don't know.
You'll
You
probably
might
have the
invent
best
something
vegetables out of
new.
all of us.
Yeah, definitely. It's not bloody hard. Oh, can't wait to see that, George.
The George Chaos Bed. Sounds good.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
What have you been doing at school today?
I was doing bikeability, so bikeability comes round. We take our bikes to school, do a bit of a bike lesson, and then we leave them there for the rest of the week. And so we're doing it all week.
Oh yeah.
And then, so I have a private. I had a private lesson with my one-to-one today, and then I'm doing that for the rest of the week.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
You
It's
learning
really
how
good.
to do the things in your trike.
No.
Oh, you already know how to do that, though, don't you?
Yeah. You see, everyone's seen the reel.
We just liver and asparagus.
Of course we have. We've all seen you. You look really warm, wrapped up in your teddy bear onesie.
Yeah, because I came back from swimming about 20 minutes, 5 minutes ago.
All right, yeah. Yeah.
So you're doing this
Wet hairs.
Yeah.
And then you go to bed.
Yeah.
Wet hair's not good, is it?
No.
Here's the other dog. Look, there's Moss. There, Moss. There, Bramble.
Hey, Bramble.
Hello. Hello.
Times 2.
Times 145.
They're all right at the minute because there's not much for them to pull out of the bed. Normally they'll go pulling carrots and parsnips up and things. Buggers.
Right, are you going to go get in the bath? Oh, see you later. Careful, you keep the tripod
See you,
open.
mate.
Say bye to everyone.
Bye. And for an extra, squeeze your neck off.
Oh, pop my head off. I need that. Otherwise, Jamie will be talking to nobody.
Talking to my dad's body.
See you, George.
See you later,
Bye.
Looney. He's out of
So
there.
we're going to have a look around my garden quickly, and then a bit round yours somewhere, and then where are we going? Back down to Devon.
To Kelly at Sophia's garden, the
Yeah,
poison garden, because it's not raining this week.
yeah.
So
So she's going to have a walk around, seeing as how we haven't got our guest on, who was supposed to come on.
well, as long as a signal holds out. Hopefully, a signal's better in the garden than what it is in the tea room.
Yeah, it's got to be better than my 1 bar 4G in Norfolk.
So far.
Yeah, it's all right. Actually, it's just got up to 3 bars. So.
Lovely
Hot.
evening,
It is beautiful. Nice. Sun always goes over there. Oh, let me just turn you around. Say the old famous saying.
Spin you round.
Guess what's going down there, or what is already down there?
I've seen your beehive
And our beehive is down there,
with your
right there.
makeshift style and birdhouse thing.
Yeah, my little table, little table ready, ready to. Oh, I can't hop over on a stile. That's Buzz, by the way. Without with carrying. Do you know how heavy them things weigh when they're full of honey? Really heavy.
Do they slide out the same as what a normal hive is?
Exactly the
They're
same.
still in, like,
You have to take
like
the
individuals.
sections off. You have all lots of different sections. The brood boxes at the bottom where the queen lives, and then you go up and you get the honey supers above it, and then the roof on the top. So you just lift them off to whichever ones you want, and then the frames slide out.
So what's different about that box thing that you've got compared to a normal hive?
Well, that is a normal hive. It's just got windows in
Right.
it. He just calls it a buzz box, but it is a standard national beehive.
Right.
Yeah.
I wondered if it did anything like fancy or anything.
No,
It's literally the same as normal.
It's got windows on it, so you can take. There's a little round piece of wood out, and it's got a plastic perspex, so you can see inside. That's the only different thing. Yeah.
So I saw something the other day that made me think of you. I was watching a reel on Instagram, and it was somebody in America, a bee, like like a bee lady type thing, and she had gone into a property, and they were cutting a hole in the wall, and behind the wall was this
6
massive,
foot, wasn't it?
yes, ginormous
6 foot beehive,
and honey,
I saw it.
floor to ceiling of honey.
Yeah.
Like, Jesus.
Yes, I have got my bee suit. The price for the buzz box, it is, and I've got a code if anybody wants it. I've got a discount code if anybody wants to get one. Give me a shout. I'll tell you what it is. Can't remember. I think it's Jamie 10 or something, or Jamie 20. Not sure. Better not tell you it's 20. Yeah, so they're coming. I've just got my tracking number from the man who's giving me the bees or selling me the bees, and he's sent me the tracking number, and they're on the way. They'll be here before 1 p.m.
So
tomorrow.
are they like hibernating or what? So
They're just... So he's basically what it is. It's like a corrugated plastic. You know, like our greenhouses are made out of the twin wall stuff.
Yeah.
That twin wall corrugated plastic, a box which fits 5 of those frames in.
Oh, okay.
All he does is he'll take 3 out, which are full of eggs and larvae, so they'll be hatching within the next couple of weeks, and then he'll take 2 or 3 out, which are full of honey and food, and a queen, and about 10 to 15,000 bees. Seal them up, give them to the postman, I can't wait to see my postman tomorrow when he comes.
Like,
It
do you
makes me
realise
laugh.
what you're holding?
Makes me laugh every time. Well, he'll know because they'll be buzzing. Hey, they don't go to sleep. They're awake in there.
I suppose they don't get like sent to the bomb squad or something. Have to
Well,
defuse it.
I'm guessing he has to tell them
Obviously,
what's in there.
says on it live bees.
Yeah, I guess so.
That's
And
it.
then, yeah, so I'll take that down there tomorrow as soon as I get it, sit it on top of the hive. So it's in the same place. That'll sit there for 24 hours. And then the next day I'll go in there and move them in. Excited.
Very exciting. And then you just slot that straight into
Yeah.
your box.
So there's, in that brood box on the bottom that you saw on the reels, I've left space for the 5 frames. So you just literally take them out of there and slot them in. And then the rest of what are left, turn them up, shake them in, and put the lid back on. And that's it. Did I see somewhere on there Kate said she's got worms?
I think she said worms were less trouble than bees.
Oh.
That's TMA if it's any other.
Who wants to have a look around my pretty empty plot?
Go on and see what's going on. It's probably more than what's going on mine.
It's my very
There's an empty squash art.
empty squash arch. Got a few sweet peas I've chucked in there. Just have my sweet peas down this end to have a little sweet pea tunnel. Got my first sweet pea flower. Smells lovely.
Oh wow.
Smells really nice. Over here, this corner, little corner plot. What are they?
Broad beans.
Broad beans.
Looking better than my broad bean.
Are they? I got some dahlias popping up in between them from last year, though. Look. Is that your broad beans?
They're looking better than they were, to be fair. They're not black anymore.
No, you're right.
I do wonder whether they did just get a bit cold.
Couple of rows of onions that way. Because they're in there for a long time, so they don't matter if they're down the middle of the big beds, which he was saying a couple of weeks ago.
Ginormous.
And then I got here, I've got some radish, as you can see, they're coming through already. And there's 2 or 3 different beetroots and radishes on this 4 rows here. Some pak choys and lettuces. I've just put those lettuces in about an hour ago and they're not really stood up yet. They'll be all right. Morning. Over here, on this side of the arch, strawberries.
Raspberries.
Raspberry canes.
Well,
God, I said,
than last time I saw them.
I just said raspberry. The raspberries. You make me change my accent, Mark. My raspberries, not raspberries. They're last year's raspberries. Look, they've gone nuts.
Need to split them out, and then you'll have loads. Once
I might just get some out there and put them over. They've got a bit of a gap there, so I might fill that up.
Get them into the lining.
I have more on my arch. Why, Jamie? More what?
Sweet peas.
Look at this.
I have more on my arch. Wait, Jamie. Sweet peas, I'm guessing. That's dead.
That is the garlic bed. Looking really nice now.
Is that all garlic?
All of that's garlic.
Wow.
Well, apart from there's about 6 shallots going down the middle where I had a gap. Lots of garlic. I always grow lots of garlic, and I use it all the way through the year. I think I've got about 2 left from last year. Garlic. Look at this. Who knows what that is? I'm a bit confused, really.
Radish?
No.
That looks familiar. It is radish, isn't it?
Not radish. That is the same as this, which is
Rocket.
wild rocket,
That's usually a yellow flower wild rocket.
which that and that was from Mr. Charles Dowden
Okay.
last year. Look at these crazy things.
All those. Nettles? No.
No.
Go down lower. At side view.
Come on, what are these?
Oh, I know what they are.
Very religious.
I think everyone that's got it has probably got as much as you
Yeah,
have because it grows like a
exactly. No matter how many times you pull out.
Jerusalem artichoke.
Oh, bloody hell, I know. Look at them. Aren't we?
Yeah, Sissy said that rocket has yellow flowers as well. I'm sure it might add. It's obviously just a different variety.
Definitely. They're exactly the same things as what I planted from Charles Dowden. I've done a row there and a row over there. And these have just gone crazy to flower.
It's obviously a different variety.
And this is radish seed from last year, but I wouldn't imagine so. Look at them. What are they?
Parsnip.
Big old parsnips. I'm going to let that little bunch go to flower.
Beautiful flowers as well.
That's why I'm going to leave them ones. My garlics again. What was over here? That's just a bit of old chard, which is bolting from last year. Chard coming back up there. They are celeriac from last year, not doing anything. More artichokes, globy ones. Not really a lot. I'm going to hit all my peas. I've got lots of peas in this last couple of days. Look.
Oh, yeah.
3 rows of peas. Angie's little cat's cradle system. She said the other day. A rhubarb.
Wow, that's got big.
Yeah, lovely.
We've
We've had a couple of.
from somebody else.
Yeah, that's the one I went and bought from Facebook Marketplace.
Really got going, hasn't it?
Yeah.
I've been eating rhubarb crumble because Steph made me some. Oh,
Yeah, it's lovely, isn't it? I like it raw as well.
yeah. I used to eat it raw as a kid. Just dip it in some sugar.
Yeah, definitely. Did you see my little reel about these the other day? No. What are they?
They look like leeks. Are they leeks?
Kind of. They are elephant garlic. I left in.
Oh.
And each bulb obviously split. And now each clove is growing.
Those must be the size of like footballs under there.
I'm really interested to see what they're going to be like when they.
Yeah, whether or not they'll split again. If they've already split, like I wonder if they'll make something as well.
So you could even just plant a whole bowl.
Yeah.
I can remember leaving them. Thinking, I can't be bothered with them. I'm not really that keen on them, to be honest.
I wonder if you could eat the leek on that.
What, as a leek instead of a bulb?
Yeah.
I suppose so.
See why not? Because you can eat the top parts of onions and garlics and stuff, can't you?
Yeah. That's how last year's leeks are pulled.
So this is the loofah you gave me.
Mm.
I've only got one left because one of them decided to just die. For no reason.
I've had one die. Well, I've had two die in the greenhouse.
I'm managing to keep this one alive so far.
Well, that's really my plot. Oh, there's my potato sacks over
I
there.
need to get mine in. Yeah, Sissy said wait for the huge purple balls on top. There's something else new in your plot as well. Polly to the holes. Did all your tomato seedlings survive you
Tomatoes are
being away
looking.
for a week?
Yeah, I had old John come round. He's done really well.
Because there was some days when you were away when I was watering the polytunnel at work twice in the day because it was that hot.
Yeah. That one's just being used as a makeshift potting shed at the minute because I haven't got the door on because I still ain't got any plastic. And that one's still got a makeshift door on, but that's where everything is. Let me show you my clematis.
Oh, thought it was peach tree time.
Oh, that's over there. Oh, look in the polytunnel.
Yeah, let's see all these billions of tomatoes. I need to come and get some.
Oh, what you want?
Mine.
They're really nice. Lock my gate, or the horses will be in.
Yeah, I don't want that.
They've done it before.
Yep.
Ramble, you're not a horse.
They like plant grow as well, don't they?
Horse. Bit messy.
Blinking heck. That is a lot of tomatoes.
195.
How many different varieties?
40.
Jesus Christ.
All right, then what's this?
Tomato. Oh,
Don't shout it out, Mark.
that is amazing. Mine are still just sat as seedlings.
Really?
Yeah.
What is that, everybody? This is the same, but different colour.
Can't dare. You should know that.
Yeah, that's 40 varieties. And then here I've got some dahlias.
There's mine.
Oh, my God. Oh, I see. One of my white ones has gone like that. A bit white there, look.
Yeah. I've got some more sowed at work, so hopefully those will do better.
Dahlias there. Oh, what about this one then? Look at the label.
Agretti?
Yeah.
Did you sow the entire packet?
Yeah.
And that's how many you got out of it?
Yeah.
I sowed the entire packet and I've got an entire tray full of it.
Oh, no, I just
all
got
germinated.
none. That's all I
They
got.
went mental. I need to put them on.
I got no New Zealand spinach out of a whole packet. Not a single thing.
Oh, I've still got mine to sow somewhere. Is that the one from She Grows Veg?
No, it was from Real Seeds, I think.
Real seeds. Okay. Chilies. My chilies are still alive that you gave me.
Chilies. What are they then?
I'm going quinoa.
It's not a vegetable.
Amaranth.
It's not a vegetable. You can't eat it.
No, what's it called? The
Is it
Tracheospermum?
No, it's that long zebra thing. Whatever it is.
The hanging thing.
Yeah.
Tradescantia. That's the one.
Tradescantia. There's mine.
Well, I'm not that far behind you then.
Oh, should be the same, really. That one's looking a bit weary. Some reason.
One of the ones you gave me literally like just sulked as soon as I got it home.
What about this one then?
Grown. Oh, I can do that. That's not your one grown from a seed, is it?
Take them in now. Yes, it is. Yeah.
No way.
Yes.
Don't believe you.
It's all my life.
Here's the one that I cheated on.
You bought that. Look, see that? I swear on my life, that is the one. That's the only one I've ever grown.
That's amazing.
Look,
Grown really quickly, hasn't it? It's as big as mine.
it was in a hot hut for the first 3 months of its life.
I guess yours isn't woody yet, though, is it? Yours
No,
is still quite.
No, it's still quite flimsy. Yeah.
Whereas mine's woody.
Yeah. What about that?
Ginger.
Ginger's not doing a lot.
Has Julia got any ginger growing yet?
I don't know.
Not seen her about.
I don't think my thingies are working.
Comments.
No,
Anyone grown lotus from seed? No.
not working.
So what I'm holding up, obviously it's a podcast, so we should probably explain it. It is Tuna sinensis, which is better known as
The beef and onion tree.
one of our weird and wonderful things.
That's she grows veg. I've got one plant out of the whole packet of seeds, but
Wow.
they are apparently quite pain in a bun to grow.
Well, you've got one from seed, so that's better than anything, isn't it?
That's the tomato forest. Yeah, that's just a makeshift. You know, that's my old little allotment. Don't look at that. Oh, I need to rip all that out this year.
The mess that is
Jamie's original little allotment.
That is a beast of a clematis.
Look how it climbs up the apple tree.
That's crazy.
Before we went on holiday, the apple tree was in full flower as well. It just looked amazing.
Two together.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
One ceanothus.
Yeah.
Another one there.
That one's stunning. So vividly blue.
Unbelievable. Massive as well. I keep forgetting to trim it. Because you can only trim it after it's flowered, can't you? Because it grows on new wood.
Flower on.
Yeah, flower.
Yeah, last year's.
On, yeah. So if you hack it right back, you get nothing.
Yeah, if you hack it before flowering, you get out.
Where's the Chuckies?
Still on flock down.
They are still on flock down. You girls.
Yeah, that's definitely a good year for all blossom, I think, with how warm it's been. I've never known dandelions like it.
No, they're everywhere.
The roadblow crashed on Friday and was there all weekend. So none of the lawns had been cut over the weekend, and the dandelions had flowered and gone to seed in those 3 days, and it was just fluff everywhere this morning.
I'll tell you what I noticed before we went on holiday, which I'm not about now. All the flowering cherries. Oh my God, the flowers on them were just crazy everywhere because they're in big, fluffy. They look big like fluffy blooms, don't they? But they were there when we went to the airport, and on the way back, they're all gone.
So Sissy's asking what the blue blossom common name. What is the common name of Ceanothus? Is the Latin name.
It's Californian lilac.
Yeah, Californian lilac.
Yeah. Hey, look at that! I got one right. Woohoo! Yeah, Californian lilac. You don't go in my little shed, do you? Oh, let me just show you.
Stop, dog.
Do.
Peaches.
Peaches. Loads of peaches.
The nectarine works going nicely.
Yeah. Bloody brilliant. This is my little sheddy now.
Ioniums.
Tools like that. My new stethoscope.
Stethoscope. What's that for?
It's a new gadget. It's for going around your neck.
Do we want to know what it does?
Stick your phone to it. Put it around your neck so you can have point of view.
Jamie's POV.
Yeah.
That looks
Them,
like Kim O'Brien artwork.
No, they're not.
No?
No. They're Jenny's.
Oh, Jenny, that's the other one I was going to say. Jenny's another one. The vegetables.
So I think that's my little pot and pots. Oh, I haven't planted these out yet, Matt.
Crack on.
I've been watering them.
Just need to find somewhere nice for him to go. And the monk's hood. Careful, poison.
Is it?
He'll die. Don't touch it.
Nom 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 nom.
James got dead halfway through the podcast. We know why.
Yeah, so there is my little allotment on January, May the 6th or whatever it is.
And you forget, because of how lovely it's been, we're really not there yet.
No, nowhere near. Absolutely nowhere near.
If we haven't got anything in there.
No, nowhere near. I've got so much bare ground, so many seeds to sow yet. I sowed my sweet corn today.
Yep.
And put that in the hot hut. I sowed, what else did I sow? I sowed all my beans the other day. All my, well, look at that.
Mini corn.
Is that a Simply Seed one? Moon
Premier seeds, I think.
Moonraker, I think it was called, the ones they sent us. Moon something. But they look really shriveled. I've never seen them so shriveled and dry.
Really?
Really, really shriveled up.
And that's one of the proper ones, though, isn't it? I haven't done any of the proper ones yet. I've done the mini corn so far. Need to do some big corn.
All right.
And the popcorn.
You doing that glass rainbow stuff?
Yeah.
Yeah, I might do some of them.
And I'm going to put it in the microwave and see what happens. Considering Julia never did it.
It looks lovely on the actual cob, don't it?
Yeah, oh yeah. It looks
all
like
the different colours. Looks amazing. Absolutely amazing. Yeah. Come on then, get out.
So, do we want to see my plot, which has got not on it? Or do some people want to see parts of the garden?
Ask them. I don't
What
mind.
do the people want? There's not a lot going on. There's more going on in the polytunnel than there is in the veg garden.
Gives a flash around a polytunnel now then.
So we've got onions and spring onions and beetroots, salads. Steph's been doing all the sewing.
Has she?
Yeah.
Oh, Teresa wouldn't do any of it. She's not into gardening one bit.
And then peas, micro tomatoes, sweet corns, and my pathetic attempt at tomatoes.
What?
It's really slow.
This temperature's still been getting down at night time though. That's the thing, isn't it?
Yeah.
Mine are only going really well because of I put them in that hot hut for a few weeks, and on them heat mats, they love it.
This is the new part of the veg garden, which used to be the pumpkin patch.
You know what? I was gonna burn my beehive like you've done that, but I thought, I don't know whether you were telling me a fib when you says it actually waterproofs it.
It does.
I didn't want to kill my bees because they get all wet.
The Japanese technique. So I've got the new rhubarb in the bed already. And then these are honeyberry, which are supposed to be like blueberries.
Oh.
But it's a Linicera, so they're a lot hardier and grow bigger. And then I've got a metal trough, which if Debbie's still on will recognise because she gave me.
Oh, lovely.
And I've sowed my bee bomb that Tom.
Oh, they're in there,
are
are
in
they?
there, and they're just starting to germinate.
I haven't even sown mine yet. I'm still in the boxes in there.
So I'll have some wildflowers next to my veg garden. And then peas.
Oh, they're big.
Which was sown by Steph's class at school as an experiment, and they did some in sunlight, some in the shade, some in complete darkness. And then when they were done with them, I had them.
Oh, brilliant.
And then once the peas have grown, I'm going to send them some peas in so the kids can try the peas that they've grown.
Yeah. You got pods on there already?
Yeah.
Oh, brilliant.
Pods on it.
Very nice.
Yeah, they were sown early, and I've just sort of protected them and then put them out, and they're probably the best peas I've ever had. Nearly at the top of the. Yeah. I'd send all the seeds into the school.
It's good to experiment, though, isn't it? Now you know, sowing a bit early, they seem like they're pod early.
Yeah. So all the gravel that's in there was in the old part of the veg garden. I've just dragged it over so that I can start taking the old veg garden apart.
Yeah.
The old veg garden looks like
that. And how much lower is that then?
It's getting bigger because I've started digging the ditch along there, look. So all of the soil that's come out of that ditch is now here, which was the lowest point before. And that's now a lot higher. But I'll carry on digging the ditch all the way along here, all the way up to the greenhouse. That's my other rhubarb.
Oh yeah, that's your main one. That's good.
And the only good thing that's going in the old part of the veg garden.
Oh, asparagus. Lovely. You can almost see that grow so fast, can't you?
I mean, the other day I harvested it in the morning and the afternoon.
Yeah.
Growing that fast. Pear tree. Might get some pears this year.
Is that your neighbours that side then?
Yeah.
The lawn.
So where the fence is where my garden stops, but then that's up to the next hedge is another 6 gardens, but they haven't put fences up like I have.
I just left it as a big.
Yeah. Is that them?
There's gogs.
Them. And the strawberry beds. And my pathetic arch.
That's nice though.
Just need to get some stock fencing to put on it. And my saved raspberries from the old plot. Just starting. Yes, Sophia, you do need to plant your asparagus.
Why does my bloody thing stop all the time? I can't see anything.
We'll walk down to the secret garden because I'm sure everybody wants to see the secret garden.
Yeah.
Look at the hawthorn flower. It's absolutely
it's beautiful, isn't it? It's everywhere. Absolutely everywhere. That was a good job yesterday.
Yeah, so you don't know whether you can see, but the hedge was all the way over the top of George's swing out to here. So the pigeons were sat in the hedge pooing on his swing. So we've had to give it a good clean. But I got carried away clearing all the brambles out because they were
That's
taking
good.
over. And then down to the Willow Dome.
Still shooting again.
Yeah, after being pruned. And then this is the other area that I've been working on recently, which, if you remember,
Looks lovely.
when I first did Through the Garden Gate and we had a tour of my garden back then, I'd planted this area up hours before coming on the live.
Oh, yeah.
And then it all
Look at it.
flooded, and I was thinking most of it was going to die, but actually a lot of it has survived.
Yeah.
And the irises are just about to come out.
Yeah, it looks nice.
And then I've got my seat, which used to be in George's football area, but it was getting kicked to death, so I decided to move it before it got broken.
You've got a dead Christmas tree as
My
well. I've got one
dead
of them
Christmas
still.
tree. That's just a standard in any garden,
Yeah.
isn't it? Until you decide to chop it up and get rid of it. This is the
It's
view
lovely.
back.
Looks nice. I love the Willow Arch.
Yeah. It's a good feature.
Mm.
It's nice to have this sitting area now to sort of admire
So
it.
as that grows, will you just go in there and weave it all in?
Yeah, that's what. Well, I just leave it now until next spring.
Yeah,
So,
but surely there'll be some bits that shoot off in the wrong direction. You can just tuck that in round the back.
yeah,
or...
any that sort of gets in your face, I'll take it. Either chop it off or weave it in.
Yeah.
Yeah, anything that grows out of the sort of walkways.
Tractor.
Yeah, so this was a tractor I made for George when he was little. It's falling apart, but it's all just out of scrap wood.
Look at that.
And through to his football pitch where I'm taking all of the plants out. So he's just going to have grass here because this was a bed. And
Yeah.
I'm taking everything out there as well. Because now he's getting bigger, he wants more room.
Of course he does. He can kick harder now.
And then I'll take all this out as well. But then behind this goal, there's a secret. Let's move that. This is a secret garden, which is going absolutely crazy.
It looks amazing.
Full of ferns, and bluebells are just finishing, and then they'll get taken over by the blue irises again.
Is that your Tetrapanax?
No, that's...
Is that a Gunnera?
No, this is Regertia.
Oh, bloody hell.
I love these. The colour on that.
Oh, yeah, it's isn't it?
And then the royal fern, which George was stood next to the other day, which is almost as tall as him. And then the Acergricium. And then behind that, there's a Fatsia. That corner. Which I planted at my mum and dad's house. And then my mum and dad didn't want it anymore, so I moved it here. So that's probably about 25 years old.
Yeah.
It's massive. But it's in this corner, so it's well protected here. And that's one of my monk's hoods. That's another one. Massive. But I love it there. So much
It's
green.
nice. Yeah.
This is probably...
Is that an acer behind that little tree fern over there?
Yeah. Yeah, so that was one that I had in a pot for a long time, and then I planted it in the ground, and it's just gone absolutely crazy. It's like out the top of the wall now. It's lovely. But yeah, this is probably one of the only parts of the garden that I actually planned and did a drawing for and bought plants for specifically. Whereas most of the rest of the garden, I've just sort of brought stuff home
I
from
like
work.
how you've got the gaps between the slabs so they can all fill up with stuff as well.
Yeah. And that little thing is what I got from Middleton Nurseries. Cute little thing.
Lime greeny thing. What is it called?
Podophyllum spotty dotty.
Spotty dotty.
All the ferns have gone from being all curly to mostly open now.
They're open, yeah. I tell
When I've
you
got
what I like. I'm going to get some to put around our patio and thing. Is some Erigeron, the little daisy stuff. It's lovely.
We've got that in the steps at work, and it just sort of, I mean, it's not got any soil to grow in or anything. It just, finds somewhere and grows.
Spreads about.
There's a dog in here somewhere. No idea where. Oh, he's that side.
Yeah, it's really nice, Mark. Love that.
And I love this little corner with all the spready ferns. They just sort of fight it out amongst themselves.
Yeah. Very nice.
There's a dead tree fern in there which died. Only downside.
Very, very nice.
Shows how big it all is with Dash in there.
Yeah. Yeah, I like it.
Dotty, yeah, people guessing that. I could sit there all day, especially if Mark keeps making me a coffee. I'll definitely jealous. You're welcome anytime.
Very nice. Well, I've just walked down here.
Where are you? Oh, you're at the beehive.
Yeah. Walked down the field. And then after Thursday, that'll be going.
You won't be going down there without a bee suit on.
Yeah, you can.
You reckon?
Yeah, you just can't get right up to it and start, pulling it about. But yeah, they won't go near you. They're too busy. They're more interested in doing what they got to do.
Yeah. I guess it's only if you're threatening them.
Yeah, if you start banging around and pulling the hive apart, they'll give you a go. But if you just come and have a little look, it won't hurt.
Or if you had a noisy machine or something, I guess.
Well, even that, I know like Mark, who's coming on next week. He says he cuts his lawn, cuts the grass round it, and I went to a lady I know and opened her hive the other day with her and had a look in there, and then we cut the lawn round it. And they're not bothered. They're more interested in making their honey. Hope we better get Sophia in before we lose the light.
Yeah. Let's get her in. So we've got Sophia from Kelly House, Devon, to have a quick look around some of her poison garden. Let's get her in. Will she have more or less light than us?
I would
down?
say less. No, it's still lovely and bright.
There we go.
Evening.
There we go. Hello.
Evening.
Can you hear me okay?
Yeah. Look at that wisteria.
I'll turn you around. So, yeah, this is our wisteria.
Right.
Wow, look at that.
So, I don't prune it, but it's quite old.
Maybe
So,
you said last week or the week before it was fairly old.
yeah, this is the trunk sort of thing. It's quite big. But it's on my poison list, this one. Because if you eat it, especially the pods, it can cause stomach pain, vomiting, diarrhea, dizzy, convulsion, and speech problems.
Oh, wow.
So I have wonderful sort of conversations with foragers because quite a lot of people claim you can eat the flowers. But, turn you around. Go back to the circle. The flowers, definitely the white ones, are completely poisonous. And I found different information about whether all the purple ones are edible. Oh, there's a little blue tit. I don't know if you can see it. Up there. It's a blue tit nest.
Hear it.
Oh, lovely.
In the thing. I'm trying to keep trying to get videos of it, but it won't play ball. But they said that some of the purple ones are also poisonous, but there's all these people happily eating them, but I'm not going to try. So I've put that all as poisonous. But you can smell this from the other side of the garden, I think. So we'll go around. This is our tea room garden.
I just nearly walked into that electric fence. I was too busy looking at the screen.
Yeah, so this is avoid electric fences. This is our tea room garden. I've got just to share. That's my dead Christmas tree. So this is my attempt at veg growing. So I put them under fleece at the moment because we're meant to be getting cold tonight. So and things. And then this is my rhubarb, which I've left to flower.
Oh wow!
Yeah.
Look at that.
So it's almost 6 foot now, and then it looks like it's got a second flower coming. So there we go. And then I do have courgettes. This is my I uncovered my courgette.
You've got courgettes?
I've got a courgette. It's the size of a finger. There's my finger.
You have actually got a little yellow courgette on there. Oh my god!
So I'm covering him
I
up.
haven't even got a courgette plant yet, let alone actual courgette.
I bought it from a garden centre, so it's a bit of a cheating. And then this is the rest of the garden. We quite like red campions. And that's New Dawn, the rose. And things like that. So we'll go out. This is, just our tea room. And then I've got my other things that I'm doing. This is my cold frame that I've got. So that's got tomatoes, sunflower, dill, and lots of nasturtiums. So, and some pumpkins.
I know nasturtiums are not on the deadly list.
Yeah, so this is all my edibles, near enough. So I'm trying to grow edibles more than poisonous plants. So yeah, that's Daphne, which is another one of my poisonous plants, which, if eaten, cause diarrhea and lethargy, and in severe cases, kidney damage, and irregular heartbeat and coma. And then we've got delphinium, which can be fatal if you consume too much. And then we go across to the honeysuckle, which the berries are poisonous if you've got a native honeysuckle, and some other ones. And then this is my monk's head, or one of my monk's heads. So it's in flower at the moment.
That's really early.
It is early. It's about a month early. All my pictures.
It's been warm though, hasn't it?
It has been warm. So we're going up to the top of the yard. So that's the second monk's hood. And then this is our rhododendron, which has just finished flowering.
God, that's a whopper.
That's enormous.
That's Cornish red.
Beautiful.
Cornish red in Devon.
Yeah. And then this is a bit that people don't usually go into because they don't seem to know about it. This is our Victorian secret passageway. So I've got hellebore at the front there, which was used to siege castle. And this.
Oh, look at that.
One of my favourite bits of the garden. So we've got one acer. And then you can just see the house through with the Solomon seal. And then that's the other acer. And then you sit on this little bench. There's the Solomon seal.
Wow. Is that planted in a planter or something?
No,
or in the wall?
No, this is in a rockery. So this is a Victorian rockery.
That's a
rockery.
A rockery.
This is a rock sort of. So we think they're planted in the Victorian period. So this is the inside, the red one.
Oh,
enormous.
So it's quite a pretty one. So they're planted in basically rock, yeah.
Wow.
So the story goes, but we don't quite believe it. So we took down the church tower and rebuilt it in about the 1800s. And the rockery was made out of the rocks from the church tower. So the dates don't quite add up with when we took it. So that's our rockery, which has got a lot of hellebore on, but they're mostly Lent hellebore, so they come out at Easter time rather than Christmas. And then one of my favourite plants on this is our double wooden anemone.
Oh yeah, I've got some of them. Oh, I don't know whether they're the same ones, but I love when anemones come out.
I think that's a bilberry. I'm not sure. It produces berries every year, which we don't eat because I haven't really positively identified it.
Just in case.
Yeah. So this used to be our old driveway, which has just got a beautiful pink rhododendron, which we transplanted from another bit in the garden. But I'm not sure what name of this one is. So that one's got quite big flowers. So that's my hand.
Oh yeah, what? Oh, look at that.
I like a hydrangea flower. They're that big.
Yeah.
And that one we sort of took from a cutting. So things, and this is all our sort of hydrangeas and camellias, quite a lot of camellias. And that's a kumquat tree. We got given a fruit by a friend.
You get fruit?
And not yet, but maybe this year. I don't know. And then there's a myrtle, and we go through. And yeah, I think I messaged you and said we had wild garlic.
Yeah.
This is one of our wild garlic patches.
Oh.
So
look at that.
So, is there water around there? Is it quite damp, moist?
We're in Devon. It rains a lot. But yeah, this is just in a woodland. The nearest
in a woodland, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah. So the nearest river is down the bottom of the hill. So across sort of a fields were.
Yeah.
And yeah. So that is all. That's one of our patches of wild garlic. So
no shortage there.
No way.
If you're going to pick wild garlic, the one thing you have to be careful of is this lovely plant here.
Dog mercury.
Yeah. So dog mercury. It has sort of triangular flowers when it's in flower. It's gone to seed now. Oh, here's the sort of flowers. You can see the flowers there.
Mm.
So if you accidentally decide to eat this, you do apparently have to eat a reasonable quantity, but it has been done in the past. It turns your urine into acid, which then burns through your bladder. And that's how you die. So
don't do that.
So I got told you could make blue dye out of it. So I decided I was going to boil some up. And except for the sort of, it actually gave off red liquid because I have an acid soil and you need an alkaline soil to get blue liquid apparently. But I didn't know that beforehand. But apart from the red liquid coming off it, it smelled of spinach. Really nicely of spinach.
How bizarre.
So you wanted to eat it? In the past, that's one of our old azalea. In the past, people used to go and forage something called Good King Henry.
Oh yeah.
Is its name? So, and mistake dog mercury for it.
Yeah.
Obviously not have a good time. That's our quince tree. And then just going round.
The landscape
and this is our multiple apple tree.
Yeah.
What?
That field looks lovely.
That's our front lawn.
Is it really?
So we've got about an acre of lawn. So
amazing with the sun going down behind the trees.
Yeah, so that's got lots of may trees. Oh, I should go back to our fun may tree.
Yellow azaleas are pretty. I've got a yellow one.
Yeah.
Lutea.
So that's our sweet chestnut, which I've put the laburnum sign next to because our laburnum's right down the bottom of the hill. But I always do say it's to discourage people eating my sweet chestnut.
Don't eat it.
Yeah. So that's our wonderful may tree, which is white on one side and pink on the other.
Wow.
So, but it's actually two trees growing together, but it always looks like
They're mixed.
one full tree. Yeah, there's our. Can you see the yellow in the background? That's our laburnum.
Oh yeah.
Which is our second most poisonous tree in the garden. Use our first. So I'm going to take you around to my favourite tree in a minute. I have to get there.
Firework.
So this is at the sun.
Look at that.
Yeah,
It's lovely.
the sunset.
Yeah. So yours is going down a lot quicker than mine.
Well,
Mine's got no sunset yet, but you're about 4 hours
on the
below
Devon
me.
Cornish border, so
Yeah.
it could be about half an hour difference. So that's our hops hornbeam, which grows hops kind of flowers.
It's lovely to see a hornbeam as a tree because most of the time it's grown as a hedge nowadays, isn't it? It's very rare to see a tree.
And then this is our ha-ha.
Aha.
Brilliant.
So our ha-ha, which I have to explain. So, okay, so you've got a straight wall this side and a bank that side. And the idea is to stop the livestock coming into your garden, but when you look out across your sort of garden, it looks like it's merging into nature.
Yeah.
And that's the house.
Wow.
Look at a beautiful house.
So, and
There's
our
Kelly's
planting
house.
garden.
There's Kelly's house.
Yeah. So, right. So this is what used to be the driveway or the carriageway. So you got the full vista of the house before going to the front door.
Is this the driveway that you didn't know was there and then you found it?
No, we knew it was there. We just uncovered it because it was fully grass for a very long time.
Oh, wow.
That's the view.
Yeah.
Sunset down to the nearest town, which is Lanston, in the distance.
Lovely.
So so Norfolk, we don't blue door flowers. We don't have a ho-ho as well, but anyway. So this is my favourite tree.
Very funny,
which
Joe.
Is a Cryptomeria japonica elegans.
Oh, that's a good tree.
So this is our driveway, and you see it stops here.
Yeah.
It shouldn't stop here. But during the Victorian period, you obviously wanted to show off the latest plants you brought. And we brought one of these. This was imported first imported by a gentleman called Thomas Lobb, who owned nurseries in Chelsea and Exeter. And he imported it. And Nelson actually named the plant in 1866, but he first imported it in 1856, I think, 10 years earlier. 1854, sorry. And we think this was planted in about the 1860s. So we obviously wanted to show this off. Right, so this is the base of the tree.
Oh, God.
Oh, my God. That is
It
giant. That looks like a
naturally
sweet chest.
it naturally falls over. So
I've never seen a Cryptomeria that big.
that's the base. So we reckon this might be one of the oldest in the country for the Cryptomeria.
I was going to say, it must be going on that way.
It was the time, so this is the time it was being imported, we were doing up our garden.
Wow.
That's
So it
got
carries
what,
on this way. Oh, try not to trip over.
that's 180 years old nearly.
Yeah, we reckon. We haven't found the exact planting
Look at
record
that.
of it. But
Like
keep going.
They reckon a good way to find out how old your tree is to cut it, and you'll be able to count the rings.
it was
So
a bit
it was
big, and
planted along the driveway with our other sort of evergreen plant. But yeah, so
That is really impressive.
that is
that's
our
as wide as the
Cryptomeria.
house.
So that all those boughs that are coming off and swooping down to the ground,
Yeah,
and then they're
this is
all these bits are
the
popping
other
up off
side. This
those.
is the top of it. So it's slowly creeping across our lawn.
Good God.
So it looks like a load of different
Yeah,
evergreens.
it does,
It's
doesn't it? It
actually
looks like
one
loads of
Yeah.
trees there.
This is my favourite tree in the garden, really.
I don't blame you.
beautiful.
So it's got really beautiful, like, soft. This is really soft, surprisingly.
Not
It
like
looks
And it
quite
smells of the
coarse,
pine,
doesn't it?
and then little pine cones. And in the autumn, it goes bright sort of copper red. So you can buy them for about £20, these Cryptomerias. You have to wait a few years to get it to this size.
just a few.
So yeah, so that's the other side of our driveway. So it crossed our driveway, and we were going to cut it back when we were restoring it. And a gentleman came and ran out the door and came back in, and because he was visiting visiting the B&B. And he happened to work for the RHS, and he said he'd gone all the way to Ireland to see a tree like that.
Bloody hell.
I think so. That's our hydrangea.
Absolutely beautiful.
So walk, and then this is more of our monkshood. So we've got a little bit there with our Solomon seal, which is another poisonous plant.
So huge.
And then this is our bigger patch of monkshood. So,
Yeah,
and then
put
this
my
is
monkshood to shame.
It's all in flower, isn't it?
it's most of it's in flower. There's a couple that's not, and then this is just our that's our privy that the TV show re-roofed for us.
Oh yeah.
So four door privy, and then that's our chicken shed, and then potentially our pumpkin patch. But this is potentially, but it's covered in ground elder. So if you've got any tips on how to get rid of that, all that green is ground elder.
Oh, wow.
Except for the white stuff in the background is comfrey. So, and then got our snowball tree.
Oh, look at that.
That's going quite fun. So I'll go back up round. So yeah. Things. Yeah, when you come to monkshood, it is best to be cautious around it, because even touching it can make your hands go numb.
Oh. Have you had gone numb, Jamie?
And if you consume as little as almost 1 gram, it basically is fatal.
What, of that plant that Mark gave me?
Yeah.
What did you give me that for?
Hoping to get rid of it.
Don't eat it.
I didn't know it was that bad.
So that's our azalea. That's why he handles it with gloves. He did a video on it and everything. So yeah, and then this is a problem patch. We keep trying to plant hedges like rosemary or lavender.
Right.
We planted, I think, over 50 lavenders along this bit, and they all got dug up by rabbits and stuff. So That's the other side of the. So we're up on the terrace now. And then we've got up there. You go in. It's our little house martin. So making nests.
The corners.
Yeah.
So the state of the house. So yeah. So your driveway, you would have originally driven around here, and then this is the exit sort of driveway where the coachman would take the horses round to the stable block. So that's our smoke tree, I think it's called.
Yep.
It's all blocky at the moment.
Yeah. Is it? There? Is that better?
Yeah.
Am I losing
Yeah.
you? And then we've got a green one. And then this is our pearl tree. If you come across, I don't know its botanical name, but the little buds look like strings of pearls.
Oh, wow.
So,
Look at that.
and I think it's called a botanical name. Like, I don't know its botanical name, but it's a pearl tree.
Pearl tree.
And then we go through our little tunnel. Our pampas grass. So, and then we're back to the azalea. Well, I don't think we came through the azalea actually. So that one's quite a nice bright pink. And then we've got lilac in the background.
Oh, the lilac's amazing at the moment as well.
Yeah,
Smell it.
bakery. And then that's our yew, which is the most deadliest plant in the garden, along with monkshood.
Is it?
Yeah, yew's quite deadly. So if you consume about 50 grams of it, that's fatal. But the interesting thing about yew is it's used for cancer treatment.
All right.
So then we're going back round. So that's the garden, really.
Lovely.
Absolutely beautiful.
The views all around as well, like the
Yeah.
house, the wide landscape.
So we have 59 poisonous plants labelled up. So nettles are probably our least poisonous. And so that's it. And so that's our gateway. So nettles are our least poisonous and monkszoods are most poisonous.
Nettles aren't poisonous at all, are they?
So nettles, if you eat them after they've flowered,
Okay.
they have a chemical in that is crystal forming, and it gets stuck in your kidney.
You said. That's right.
So yeah.
Oh God!
Don't do it.
It's a bloody minefield, isn't it?
Yeah. So that's
just don't eat anything out of the garden.
Well, not unless you've grown it for eating purposes.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, rhubarb, my little corner.
Fantastic.
So, that's the sort of quick garden tour.
Beautiful. No, it's a fantastic garden. Really, really nice. Thank you for showing us.
Okay. Well, thank you for having me on again. I'm not sure if I'll come on next week.
Let's see what else you can show us next week.
Yeah. I might have to start getting more growing tips from you guys about the vegetables that I'm attempting to grow.
Well, that's the thing. You're attempting. That's the start, isn't it?
Yeah.
You're doing it. That's the main thing.
I think we've got 5 different varieties of pumpkins that hopefully will go in the pumpkin patch, which is now covered in ground elder.
Yeah.
So, yeah, if you've got any other recommendations apart from just a lot of digging, which I think seems to be the only recommendation. So, is probably our biggest problem.
I don't know.
We've got quite a lot.
So hard, isn't it? I suppose.
Yeah.
Even covering it with that weed membrane and putting the pumpkins through a little hole. They'll soon find their way through.
made raised beds based on like the no dig method. So we like sort of try to clear it as much as possible and put cardboard down, and then filled the raised bed with compost. And one of the raised beds is almost, I think, about a foot high, and it's grown through the cardboard and up through the raised beds. So because those raised beds have been there for about a year and a bit. And
unless you keep on top of it, as soon as it comes out and you nip it off, every single time, it's going to do it. It's going to keep going.
And we might just have to get the mower out all the time, I think.
That's the thing. If you can get in there and keep mowing it, that's going to weaken it and weaken it and weaken it, isn't it?
Yeah, mowing a lot of it stops it. Even mare's tail, if you keep mowing it, it will move somewhere else.
Yeah, I haven't seen mare's tail down here. Apparently you can eat it, but I haven't tried that.
Always get it.
Yeah. Apparently you can eat ground elder as well.
What about goats? Can you get a goat in there? That'll eat it all.
And the pumpkin.
To find a goat.
and the pumpkins, yeah.
Yeah, I said with my salvias, you were talking about salvias a few weeks ago, that I could only grow hot lips. So this is my hot lips one. It's quite big. I don't prune it as often, so it's got a big leggy. But I've tried loads of different. I tried a pink one, and not a pink one, a blue one, the same like shaped flower, and a peach one, and I planted them, and a white one all along this, and the only one that survived was hot lip.
Yeah.
So, but it's absolutely lovely sitting, because I have it next to the bench I sit on, so it's absolutely lovely smell when you sort of happen to brush it.
The best, aren't they? Absolutely amazing.
So that's it.
Absolutely lovely. Love salvias.
So yeah.
Fantastic.
That's all the garden.
Back to the wisteria again.
Back to the wisteria again. It's currently the best plant in flower at the moment.
Yeah, it's amazing.
Oh, and the other thing I'm really proud of is this, which is a grafted apple tree, which I grafted myself.
Oh, brilliant.
The Mary Martin apple tree, which is a variety from down here. And we're lucky one of the local National Trust houses runs apple grafting courses. So you can go and graft your own apple for a tenner, I think.
Oh, it'd be a great day.
I want to do some apple grafting because I want to make a family apple tree with my Bramley. They reckon you can just graft lots of different ones onto it and you'll get lots of different apples. So I was going to get 5 or 6 different types and graft them all onto my Bramley.
You have to. The only thing, you have to have the 2 sticks, because you basically went there and you chose your top stick at this place, which it has, I think, it has a collection of the sort of Tamar Valley apple trees, and you chose your top stick, and then you had to choose a bottom stick that was the same diameter.
Okay.
And then you cut, and then you wrapped a rubber band around it, and they dipped it in some wax form. So I tried the first one I tried, which is the Mary Martin, has taken off and has been absolutely brilliant. And then I went back the next year because I wanted a variety called Bowman Beauty, and I grafted one of those, and it just did not go well. So. But they said it was something like probably 40% success rate, even in really good, like really professional. And usually your first one's a fluke.
And what time of year did you do that?
So we did it in February.
Right, okay.
So basically, you sort of left this apple grafting day, with a stick stuck together with another stick, wrapped with a little rubber band in a pot. You're thinking, I've just paid 10 quid for this. And then wait patiently for it to flower, to actually put a leaf on. And it had like 2 leaves on the top. And that was it for the first year.
Brilliant. Wow, you got one out of 2, so you got 50%
Yeah.
rather than 40%.
So yeah. So
Brilliant.
yeah, we have a lot of lovely apple trees around here that are sort of Tamar Valley varieties that have amazingly different tastes, because the same place does an apple day in autumn where you can go and try all the apples in their orchard, like all the different flavours.
That'd be a great
Yeah.
I think we have over 100, and it's
And then you can see
absolutely,
which ones you want to do.
yeah. So you sort of go there in the autumn, try all the apples, and go, oh, yeah, I want that one, and then you go back in February and put one together.
one. Graft it.
Yeah, and hope it sticks.
I'm going to
So
do that in the winter. I'm going to get several different
yeah,
apple trees, just bare rooted, and use them.
it might be
Going to do it.
worth seeing if any other National Trust places, if you've got
Yeah.
ones that have got big orchards near
Yeah.
you,
Yeah, like
whether they do a
Marc's.
similar project. So,
Mm.
yeah, it's great fun, but yeah, you do leave with a stick. So,
Wow, fantastic.
it looks like it's getting dark at your end now.
Yeah, it's getting dark now. Just where I am under the apple tree, but it is definitely dipping down.
Yeah.
And then
So we've
Mark,
got the moon out.
yeah, and the moon's up there. We can all look at the same moon from different places on the route.
Yeah. You're going to go out and look at the moon, Mark?
Play the game.
There we go.
Look at that.
Here we go. Oh, sorry. Where's the moon gone? There we go.
Look at that. Isn't that amazing though?
Three
We're all
Oh,
crazy, isn't it?
Yeah.
3 different sky colours as well.
yeah. Mine's lighter. Mine's the lightest,
Yeah.
and Jamie's is in the middle.
Yeah.
Mine's quite blue. Yours looks quite grey, Sophia.
Yeah, it's just getting dark.
Yes.
I think sunset's due in about 10 minutes or so, so
Really
Yeah.
not
it's beautiful.
any colour yet.
Okay. So what is a beef and onion tree?
You can the leaves taste like beef and onion crisps.
Okay.
Yeah. Apparently, really, really, really well. It's exactly like a beef and onion crisp.
And does it grow quite big?
Yes, so if you don't eat all the leaves.
I'll have to look it up.
Tunis, what is it? Tunis
Tuna sinensis.
sinensis. Tunis sinensis.
Right. And how long does it take to get to maturity to when you can start eating leaves off it?
I think you could eat the leaves
You
off
can
of
eat
that now.
Now, to be honest,
Oh,
if
right.
mine was that big, I'd be munching that by now.
I'm just a bit nervous about eating leaves when we've been talking to Sophia.
Yeah.
Yeah, double check.
It might be a
beef and onion
wisteria.
tree. Don't get it mixed up with your monkhood.
No, definitely not.
I've got a helicopter going over.
Oh, yeah. Amazing.
It's an army one.
Yeah, it looks like it.
Yeah.
Oh.
Wow, that was a fantastic little tour. Thank you very much.
Well, thank you very much for having me. And everything.
We're on again.
Brilliant.
And yeah, when you're in Devon, you have to pop in.
Definitely will. Yeah, that's 100%.
Or going down to
Really
Cornwall.
will. Yeah,
Because
on the
we're
way.
just on the border.
Yep,
definitely will.
And everything. Oh. That is a stunning tree. Or bush. I suppose it's bush.
So blue.
Yeah.
Big as well, isn't it?
So is that an evergreen? Or is it?
Yeah, it's evergreen.
Yeah. But it's got variegated leaves.
Wow.
And this is absolutely buzzing in the daytime. Absolutely buzzing.
covered in
I've
bees. All your bees will
I've
be all
got
over it.
I've got a video I'm going to put on Instagram tonight or tomorrow. Just sounds
Yeah,
really
rhododendron
nice.
does that as well.
Yeah.
I've now got in the tea room. I brought a from the Bee Conservation Trust. I brought one of their posters which identifies all the different bees, the bumblebees
Yeah.
that are native. And my little boy's really cute because he looks at a bee and then runs in to try and identify it.
No.
And things, and he sort of tries to repeat in his head what was on it, and then tries to go, I think it's this one. All those are beautiful lilies.
That Xanthidescia.
It's a white lily. It's a white lily. That's all I know.
And that's your,
Got a little
is that
GM
GM's?
coming out there. GM's there.
James.
Several peony buds. That's swelling up nice. I've got a rose. I think this is the one Chris gave me. Must
Orangey
be.
colour.
Yeah.
Or is it red?
It's that looks orangey and that looks red.
Oh, yeah,
But that actual one,
Yeah.
yeah,
so it comes out and goes orange.
yeah. Sure, Chris will know. That big bloody thing. Needs a trim.
You're on them.
That yeah, that's that big
Salvia.
salvia again, Mark. But coming back again. That gets to 8 foot with
Wow.
massive deep blue leaves on flowers.
Is
Absolutely huge.
is that a south facing border, or
Is that a what?
do you know what facing border that is?
That is south, yeah.
Yeah.
That's south over that way. So that's where the sun goes down.
Mhm.
You've got the wall that keeps the heat in.
And you've got that wall as well, yeah.
Jacob's ladder? No. What is it?
No.
Geranium? Oh, is it the Femme Fatale from Middleton?
No. That's oh, you know it. No, I'm no good at them kind of flowers. More geums. That's still flowering like crazy.
Oh, yeah, euphorbia.
Euphorbia.
Yeah,
Yeah, be careful of the white sap on that one.
yeah.
No, you don't want to go blind.
No.
Hostas coming out.
Trying to decide who's where the bird noise is coming from, whether it's my own garden or whether it's yours.
Yeah.
I've got
There'll be
quite a
some
lot of birds in the background.
very
I've got lots as
confused
well.
birds.
I've got my earbuds in as well, and that makes it sound really close. So it's either one of your twos. Well, I can't hear my own.
I've got a blackbird in the background.
Yeah, I think we've both got. I think the birds are talking from Devon to Lincoln.
Yeah, have you been? Because it's dawn chorus month. If you go out really early in the morning, it's absolutely stunning here.
I don't get it, really.
What time are you talking about, Ellie?
About 4.
My God.
You're meant to get out just before sunrise, and you start hearing the blackbirds and the robins. Are always the first to start.
That's definitely yours. It's when you talk, your microphone comes on. That's really loud.
All right.
Yeah. I can just hit dash at Marks. That's it.
Don't know where the bird is.
Isn't it nice?
I think one's right at the top of the oak tree.
Yeah, it's really loud.
Oh, this is my cola plant. The one that smells of Coca-Cola.
Ah.
So if you're going to any
Will
nurseries with a good,
it kill you though?
apparently not. And then these are my bloom bombs that I planted. So
Oh, I ain't done mine yet.
it came out quite fast. I probably should plant these ones out actually.
Going to put mine in. I've got a big pot. I'm going to put them all in. Oh, Mark, you know you on that story earlier, you said, "Oh, look at that wild bird, the wild flowers."
Mhm.
Mark,
I
Mark.
muted my microphone. Sorry. I'm like, yeah, what? Those wild flowers you said earlier, we've got all them round, and apparently they're the seed that the government are giving all the farmers to sow everywhere. So we've all got the same. Really?
Yeah.
I have to
Trying
look
to
out for them down our end.
They get paid. Farmers get paid to sow it.
trying to save the wildlife.
Yeah. Trying to get some pollinators back.
There's definitely more flies about this year.
Yeah.
Well, I ain't seen any wasps yet.
I've seen a few. There's one in the house the other day.
We have wasps and hornets down here, and there's many more hornets I've seen. I haven't worked out when the nests are yet.
They're big beasts, aren't they? Big old
Yeah.
things. I just don't see any Asian ones.
Definitely not.
I think a lot of people don't realise how big our native ones are.
They are big.
Yeah, they're big. Mm.
It's always surprising.
Yeah.
And we've got lots of maybugs as well down here.
Good God, they're horrendous things. You hear them come and they sound like a worse than that helicopter going over coming past your ear roll.
Yeah.
They
We
really
have
do. There's a horse camp that Teresa goes to every June, and they just dive bomb you. But we call them June bugs because they're probably out in June. But they sit there and go and they're bashing all the women's hair. They
Yeah.
because I think they got barbs on their feet and they just get caught in the women's hair.
Yeah, they do. They're sticky if you pick them up.
Yeah.
And we have it. We have to always warn the guests because they really like windows with light in the dark. So they'll come and you'll be sitting in your room, and then suddenly they'll be tapping on the window, like somebody's throwing rocks at your window,
Oh my God.
and then buzzing. It's quite freaky sometimes.
Right.
You have to explain. It's just a Maybug. It's fine. Yeah.
Before we go, have you heard about that woman in Australia who killed her family with the mushrooms?
Yes.
Yeah.
Death cap mushrooms, wasn't
Death
it?
cap. Apparently, Tom spent a lot of time trying to find one to do a video.
I bet
And he said they're really difficult to find. So,
Wow. I can't believe it.
yeah, Death Cap and Destroying Angel are the two proper, you're not coming back from very quickly.
Mm. Strangely enough, that she was eating off a white plate and everybody else was eating off a green plate.
It does all yeah.
Oh dear. Weird.
Yeah.
Right, time to go, I reckon.
Yeah. Thank you for having me again.
No problem at all. Thank you for showing us your beautiful garden.
It's okay. You're talking me out again. Yeah. Bye.
See ya.
See ya.
Thanks. Bye.
Oh, I enjoyed that. What an amazing tree. My God.
I've never seen a Cryptomeria that big. They're usually like just a little conifer, aren't they? Whereas that's like a
whopper.
Well, it looked like a collection, didn't it? But it's all connected.
I thought I saw some big trunk at one point swooping down and going back up again. I thought, where was that? And then when she took us round there,
incredible. I love old properties like that have got these hidden gems that exploring, and they're just like, wow,
fantastic.
Such history.
Absolutely fantastic. Right, time to go.
Yep.
It's been good.
Fun day for us tomorrow, not?
No?
No. Yep. George has got his MRI.
Oh, God. Oh, shit.
As soon as he finds out, he's not going to be a happy boy.
Oh, no.
So got to put him to sleep. So.
Oh, God. Poor bugger.
So, yeah, not
Poor
fun day. I'll be pleased when that's out of the way. We can get back to gardening.
I bet. Oh, dear. Poor bugger. Well, I'll be thinking of you all, mate. That's not very nice.
Right.
Oh, dear.
It's got to be done.
Yeah, I guess so. Does he have them, what, once a year or something?
No, it's just because of the epilepsy and the seizures. They just want to
All right.
check everything over. So,
Yeah.
but yeah, he's not had one. He was a tiny little baby, so.
Oh, God, that's not going to be a nice day, mate.
So I just hope they get it out of the way rather than making us wait around for hours. And then,
Yeah, go in there and sit in there for 3 hours. It'd
yeah.
be a nightmare, wouldn't it?
Horrible.
Mm. Oh, dear. Poor little bugger.
Yeah. Right.
Okay.
I'll see you all next week.
Thanks, everybody.
Thanks everyone for watching. Thanks Sophia for coming on and showing us her garden this time when it
Very
wasn't
much.
raining.
It was amazing. Really, really nice. All right, mate. Good luck for tomorrow.
Thank you.
See you
See you
later.
later, everyone. Bye.
Bye.
Thank you for listening to Through the Garden Gate.